it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
I'm back. I am back with another video about understanding Forex terminology. Now, this is going to be an important one because we are going to be discussing two things that essentially make up the core of Forex trading. And those two things are pips and lot sizes. So stay tuned. What is up, guys? Candace B here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my new ones. Hello! So in today's video, I'm just going to briefly discuss the basics when it comes to pips and lot sizes in Forex. And I'm just going to be focusing on currencies in this video, not going to talk about commodities like gold or indices like the Dow. I just want to keep it super simple for you guys, keep it nice and short and sweet. You feel me? All right, cool. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a video simply intended to be a resource for you as you continue to do your own research in Forex. And I get this question a lot in my DMs. My DMs are literally flooded with the same question about if I am a mentor or a teacher. No, I'm sorry, I am not. If I was a mentor, I would have told you guys by now, but I'm not and I won't be. So I'm sorry guys, you'll have to look elsewhere if you're looking for a mentor. I just put out free game on YouTube from what I've learned in Forex, and it's just simply from my opinion. Everything I talk about is just from my point of view, my experiences. That's just that. Sorry. But anyways, this is just going to be an overview of how I personally interpret pips and lot sizes. So I hope that the way I explain it makes sense to you guys. Either way, if you do not take anything else from this video, just please understand that pips and lot sizes are very important when it comes to Forex. If you don't know how to calculate them, if you don't know what they are, you need to stop trading and you need to go back and learn. Now, many of you have already heard the term pip before, but for those people who haven't, the term pip pretty much just stands for percentage in point or point in percentage, either or. But the main important thing to know about pips is that it is a measurement in Forex. The same way that meters measures height or pounds measures weight, pips measure the movement of price in Forex, and the increase or decrease of pips is what results in a winning or a losing trade. Because Forex is a global market, the pip value will just translate into whatever currency that your account is traded in. So for me, I live in North America. My account by default is always in US dollars, and the examples in this video will be based on that context as well. It can be a little bit complicated at first when you're just learning how to read pips because it depends on the currency pair that you're looking at. So when it comes to currencies, what you will notice is that all Japanese yen pairs will have 3 digits after the decimal place, and the remaining currency pairs will have 5 digits after the decimal place. If you guys hear a lawnmower outside, please just excuse it. My neighbors are just mowing the lawn and they don't want me to be great, and I'm very upset about that. So I'm going to try my best to use an example for you guys. So let's compare Euro USD to GBP JPY. So let's just say that the price for Euro USD is currently at 1.08900. So that basically means that for every 1 euro, that equals to 1.08900 US dollars. So if the euro gets stronger against the US dollar, then the pip value will go up. But if the euro gets weaker against the US dollar, the pip value will go down. So let's say that price ends up going from 1.08900 to 1.08910. That, my friends, is a 1 pip increase. And as you can also see, that 1 pip increase is shown in the 4th place after the decimal. Any digit after that is considered a micropip or a pipette, as some people say. Pipette, that sounds so weird. Pipette. I say micropips. On the other hand, let's say with GBP JPY, that price is currently at 132.160. So that means that for every 1 pound, that equals to 132.160 yen. And so if GBP gets stronger against the yen and goes from 132.160 to 132.170, that is also a 1 pip increase. And as you see, that change in pip value is shown in the second place after the decimal. And again, any digit after that is considered a micro pip, so you can also look at this example as a 10 micro pip increase. But as you can see, the decimal point is read differently. Honestly, that's just pretty much how I read pips. I don't try to overcomplicate it. You know, it's simple math, so yeah. Definitely do further research on your own if you want more details about pips and how to read them. Bruh, that lawnmower is irritating me right now. I'm so annoyed. I'll admit though, because I mainly trade GBP, JPY, it is much easier for me to calculate pips very quickly and to read them very quickly, as opposed to if I were to trade Euro USD. Like I said before, if you don't know what pips are and you don't know how to calculate pips, just even on the basic level, then you should not be trading Forex. You need to know how to calculate pips because that correlates to how you would calculate your risk and reward, which is obviously extremely important. So how do lot sizes come into play? Well, a lot size is essentially the amount that you would be trading with. So whenever you hear a Forex trader say, oh, I put a 1 lot on that trade, or a 0.20, or a 15 lot, they're essentially talking about the position size that they put on that particular trade. Logistically speaking, there are different tiers when it comes to lots. So you have your standard lot, which represents 100,000 units or 1 lot. Then you have your mini lots, which represents 10,000 units or 0.1 lot. Then after that, you have your micro lots, which represents 1,000 units or 0.01 lots. And then finally, you have your nano lots, which represents 100 units or less. Because most retail traders starting out don't have enough capital to trade, let's say a standard lot for 100,000 units, that is where leverage comes into play. So depending on the broker and the leverage that is used, there will be a variety of different lot sizes that you can choose from. And of course, it is up to you and only you to figure out what lot size to use as it correlates to how much you are willing to risk and how much you are willing to gain per trade. But for example's sake, let us look at GBP JPY again. So if GJ is at the exchange rate of 132.160, there's actually a formula that we can use to calculate how much 1 pip is worth. So remember how I already told you guys that with yen pairs, that the change in pip will be shown in the second place after the decimal point. So if we take 0.01 and we divide it by the exchange rate of 132.160, and then we multiply it by, let's say, a standard lot. So we multiply it by 100,000 units. This tells us that each pip is worth approximately $7.56. So if you buy GBP JPY and price starts to move up in your direction, then each pip that it increases by will add $7.56 to your profit. However, if price ends up going against you and it starts to push down, then each pip that it decreases by will subtract $7.56 from your capital. But let's just be optimistic, okay? Because we are a positive channel. And let's just say that price ends up moving up to 132.360. So that is a 20 pip increase. So what you would simply do is you would take the 20 and you would multiply it by $7.56, and that would give you a profit of $151.20. But keep in mind, of course, that there are commissions and spreads that the broker charges you, so that will of course decrease that amount. Now the formula is a bit different on how to calculate the pip value for currency pairs like Euro USD that have 5 digits after the decimal place. So definitely do your own research in terms of how to calculate that if you'd like, because this was just an example of GJ, since frankly I trade GJ all the time. And between you and me, don't tell anybody, but I'm a bit lazy to explain the other formula. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. To be honest, for me, I don't personally go out of my way to calculate what each pip would be worth per trade. Instead, what I do is that before I enter the trade, I'll just figure out where I want my stop loss to be. And then after that, I figure out where I would want to enter. And those two things will allow me to determine what lot size that I end up using. and then as a final step, I'll figure out where I want my take profit. And the reason why I do it in this sequence is because as Forex traders, we really only have control over how much we risk per trade. We don't necessarily know how much the market will reward us, so I feel like it's always wiser to determine your risk before you determine your reward. So let's just say that based on where I want to put my stop loss, that it's about 20 pips or 200 micro pips away from where I want to enter. Now, for me, I personally like to calculate micro pips. It's just easier for me to understand, but do whatever works for you guys. This is just what works for me. Now, let's say that based on where I want to put my stop loss and where I want to enter, that I realize that I can use a 0.50 lot size, which will only risk 1% of my account. So what I would simply do is that I would just multiply 0.50 times 200 pips, and that gives me the dollar amount of how much I'm risking, which is $100 in this case. And of course, I keep in mind commissions and spreads and whatnot. But yeah, I try to keep it mad simple. I don't try to do the most when it comes to Forex. You know, I try to keep it as simple as possible, you feel me? So that concludes the video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that it was helpful for you and not confusing, because that would be the opposite of what I was intending to do. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful in some way, go ahead and let me know by smashing that like button. You know what? Smash the like button if you think you're an awesome person, because you know what? You are awesome for watching this video, so thank you. Feel free to comment down below letting me know your thoughts on the video, how you interpret pips and lot sizes, or if you just want to say hey to your girl. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos as well. But I appreciate y'all. Stay safe and have a great day, week, and life. Bye!